Hi guys, good morning. It is day number 2. Today all we did pretty much was have hot chow for breakfast because I know last year for AT um, there was no such, there was hot chow, but they would be stingy with the hot chow because like if you're vegan, vegetarian, pescatarian, or had any dietary needs and you asked for like double of something, they look at you a little sideways, just a little funny. So nonetheless, here they were like, oh, you're a vegetarian? Well, here goes some extras. And how about this? We'll give you seconds. And I'm like, oh, okay. So today we're just going over pretty much finances, and if people are active duty, them getting specific finances compared to those that are reservists. So just to give you guys a little background of who I am. I am a second lieutenant, soon to be first lieutenant. I'm just waiting for my orders to be published in HRC. But I am first lieutenant in the Army Reserve. I am a 70 Bravo, so that means Health Services Administration, Healthcare Management, which is what I got my master's degree in, was Health Services Administration. The video for today, though, is to pretty much do a status update of where we are as far as DCC is concerned and what it's been like for the past 2 days for me. So I've been doing a lot of writing of the ranks and the telephonic alphabet. So today we're going to go over tips for the military. What are some things that you should know? We will also be discussing today about your packing, especially for DCC or that be annual training. So we'll go ahead and we'll go through that, and we'll be back soon. So what we're going to do is go over packing. That be for both DCC or any trainings you may have. Also going over packing, like if you're in the reserves, what AT kind of packing will look like. It is a little similar and different, but it's important to know a lot of these things. We're in COVID right now, and so a lot of this is due to quarantining, but even still, it's good to have some of this stuff with you for as a good resource. So I think what I'll do is I'll make another video about uniforms and about like your PT uniform and your OCPs and what that looks like, but we'll go over that, but I will be mentioning those in another video. But that you'll see are a lot of like snacks and different things like that. Reason being is because they give us a lot of MREs. So last year for AT, we had 2 hot chow meals and we had MREs for lunch. And so we knew that a lot of that food would kind of back us up. So, and when I say back us up, I mean like constipation a little bit, messes with your stomach, because a lot of that food is like, their shelf life is like long time. For AT last year, I was involved. I was in one of the tents for like organizing the event and getting that together. So that was nice. But one of the other ladies like, yeah, this is my 3rd AT and we live on coffee. And in the medical field, you're with like nurses and you're with doctors, so they naturally like run on coffee. No shade, just fact. So they naturally run on coffee, and so they made sure to bring their coffee maker. So for DCC for this year, I knew I wasn't going to AT, but I also knew that there were some similarities that I should be aware of. So one of the similarities is your coffee maker. So let's go look at that. Here we are. We have the coffee maker. It is the Keurig Mini. And so I thought that I was going to have roommates. And so I don't have any roommates. So I brought a little bit more than needed K-Pods, but you kind of like, you're a lifesaver in a sense if you have like one of these, or even there's some smaller ones, and I'll leave the details at the bottom of the description box, but There are some smaller, like on the go coffee makers where you can make like really strong espressos or anything like that, and they fit like perfectly in your suitcase. I knew that this is going to fit perfectly in the suitcase that I brought. This is the K Mini, and so this runs about $70. Nonetheless, as you can see, it works exactly like just a regular Keurig. If you guys want me to do a video about how this works, I could do that as well, and we could go into the details about this because I had to learn how to do this as well. This is my box of food, my box of MREs. Like I said, they usually give this for one room each, and it's mainly for lunch. And I was like, nah. And you'll see why I said nah. So there are a couple of items that you need to make sure that you bring. Just a couple. Not a couple, but a lot, but because we're here for 28 days. And usually AT runs about a month. So all of your trainings are about a month to about 6 to 8 weeks. So it could range from a month to 8 weeks is pretty much what I'm trying to say. And so one of the major things that you're gonna want is one of these laundry bags. So when I in-processed, and it says US Army on there. So when I in-processed last year, provided me with a whole ruck, and with that ruck came a laundry bag, and I was able to keep that laundry bag. So that came in great handy because when they bring the Humvees around with the laundry bags, you're able to put so you definitely want to make sure that you bring some of these little pods. And so you're able to put like 2 pods for your clothes or however many clothes you have. Depends on what you're used to. So put 2 pods in that bag when it's time to wash your clothes and everything. You're able to put 2 pods in there or more, like I said, and then you'll be able to just throw it in the Humvee and they do the laundry for you, or it's just a good carrying mechanism for you when you need to do laundry. So that's perfect. This bag here goes with me everywhere. Well, not everywhere, but everywhere military related, it goes with me. And so I got this bag at the Exchange Online, or I think that's what it's called. Yeah, Exchange Online. I got a lot of my stuff online, and I could leave in the description box as well, like how much these things cost and what this is. And yeah, so I got this bag when I first started. So I wanted to make sure that I was well prepared for when I first started out in my training. And not just specifically for this training, but for last year's training. So we'll discuss about that a little bit more. I also want to give a tip to everyone. When you are traveling for the military, you are allotted 4 bags, and those bags can be overweight. So I'll show you the bags and give you a description of what it is, like how many pounds I was over, like what the overage was for each bag. But yes, what I'll do is I'll leave a description in the description box of pretty much a majority of the items that are, that you guys may have questions about. And of course, if I miss something, leave it in the comment section of missing descriptions on certain things. But there are certain things that I got from Amazon. There are certain things that I got from the military exchange. And also, as another tip, you want to make sure that you bring your orders with you to the airport. You want to make sure that you bring your orders and your itinerary, so that is a quick and easy and seamless way to get through customs if you need to go through that, or get through check-in for your flight. Seamless. But remember, you can have 4 bags. They can be overaged. I know in one of my bags last year, I had my whole armor in there. Like it was like my whole shield, and I had to put that in there, and I didn't use it not once at AT last year. That's a whole other conversation for another day. Nonetheless, I had a whole shield in there, and it weighed like a lot. It weighed about it weighed about 30-40 pounds. And so with that, including the stuff that I had in there, I was over. So nonetheless, I just wanted to kind of give those tips as well. Also, keep receipts. Keep your receipts with you. Keep all of your receipts. Even for your email, have like a folder or two or three in your emails for the military. Like I have three. I have two for my job and then two for my personal, because I want to make sure that I have everything in order and I'm sending the correct information and all of that. You want to make sure that you are as organized as possible. So yeah, let's get back to the pack. This bag here, I got on Amazon. This actually came in a bundle. So I have this size, which is the largest size. I have a medium size, and then I have a really small size. And so I'll leave the description in the description box. It wasn't too expensive, but once again, keep your receipts. I can't stress that enough. And so this bag, as you can see, there's dents and things, but this bag has gone through it with me, and I can appreciate that. And so this bag had most of my civilian clothes and sheets and things like that in here. So we'll transfer over to the next bag. So I just recently purchased this bag. This bag was also on Amazon, kind of a tactical combat bag. It does have rollers on it, and it has straps, as you can see. So it is a little difficult as far as like carrying it, but I'm sure there are people in the Army that are like, listen, if it has rollers, you're good. So this bag here was 70 pounds. Like, I know, a lot. It was 70 pounds. And then this black bag here was about 60 pounds. So when you're on orders, like I said, it doesn't matter how heavy your bag is. Just make sure that you can ruck it how you need to. Like for AT, because this is a training site and you're going to be in the barracks majority of the time, I would not overstuff these bags. Now, if you are not rucking, then stuff as much as you can, or stuff as much as you need to into your bags, as long as you can fit them in there. Okay. So that's one of the bags. It has all different kinds of pockets. So we're gonna go ahead and go over the things that you should pack for. Like I said, I'll do a video in regards to like uniforms and what that looks like as well, but I will be mentioning those in here. So let's go ahead and get started. So you'll see some snacks on a bit. So let's start with that. So I brought a lot of snacks. So I brought like fruit snacks, Milano cookies, some trail mix here that I haven't opened yet. I got actually 2 of these. I have a lot of these Belvita snacks. These come in great handy, especially if you just want some type of snack in between the 2 chows. Like I do intermittent fasting when I'm not in military. It's kind of hard to do that in military because you don't know when your next meal is about to be. So I do these like when I need a snack. These come in handy a great deal. So these are wheat thins. I took them out of the box to save space. So took them out of the box, put them in Ziploc bags. I actually have 2 of these with tuna packs. So I'll go ahead and break that out. Okay, so I have bought a couple of these. I actually have like about 7 of these. And so this is really great if you don't want like a big dinner or so yes, I do the tuna with the wheat thins. Perfect dinner, low on calories. Nonetheless, it's really good, especially if you want like something light. You want a light dinner. Okay, so let's get down to the nitty gritty. So I did bring K-Pods, the Pete's coffee. I just really like that from AT last year. I'm a Don Francisco girl, but nonetheless, this is really good too. So this, and then of course I brought my creamers with me. So that's pretty much the food process. I did bring some granola bars as well, and I didn't share those, but I brought like a lot of granola bars with me as this is amazing. So last year for AT, I used this, and I got this on Amazon as well. So last year for AT, I used this after I took a shower, and I think I'll also have a video about my AT experience as well for those that are new to the Army and that want to have like some information or insight of how AT should go or what will happen. This came in handy though. So after a shower, I lotioned myself up with this. Instead of having a spray, I used a lotion. And it helped so much. I didn't come back with any ticks. I didn't come back with any mosquito bites, none of that. This was amazing. And so I highly recommend that. This hand sanitizer, so I got it from like Fry's, which is Ralph's, or Kroger. Got the hand sanitizer from there. So I got one of these, and then I have a small one as well. And so, of course, we're in COVID, so you want to make sure that you have both this and a small handy dandy one. What I learned from AT last year is there are some very essential things that you need to bring, right? Okay. So a lot of the time when you go to AT, and like I said, I'll make a video about that, you'll be in the barracks maybe the day of your travel and the day after, and then when you come back, maybe 2 days or a day before you travel. So there are a lot of girls in the room with you. Even if you are in a barracks room with maybe one or two girls, you're going to want to have a roll of toilet paper. I brought 2 with me just in case I had just more than myself. So nonetheless, I brought a roll of toilet paper. I brought 2 of these. Because I did notice that when we were in the barracks last year for AT, they ran out of toilet paper. So you had to use a washcloth. That's if you do use washcloths. You know what I'm saying? Because Courtney uses her washcloth. We ran out of this, so we used a washcloth. Or if you run out of a washcloth, or you don't have a washcloth, baby wipes. This is so essential. So I brought 3 from last year, or I brought 3 last year and I still have 2 left over. That's because we still had showers. Like, some girls decided that they didn't want to shower at AT last year, and so they were just using baby wipes. That wasn't gonna work for me, so I made sure to take my showers. Regardless to how long the line was, I was in that shower. Nonetheless, if you do happen to be in a place where the showers don't work, or there are no showers, or whatever, these are essential. Or again, if they run out of good old toilet paper, you have baby wipes. So I have a lot of these. I brought 2 of these with me this time, just in case PT happened and they didn't give us enough time to shower, or whatever the case. I brought baby wipes. I also use this to wipe down a lot of the dusty furniture up in here too. So nonetheless, these come in great handy. I suggest bringing these. Obviously, I brought the off-brand one. You can buy whatever brand it is that you want, buy that. I prefer Charmin because Charmin ultra soft. That's just my preference. So up to you guys on what y'all want to do. Sunscreen. This came in handy as well. Yes, I do get sunburned. I've been sunburned a few times. And so this came in great handy during that time too. And then for the girls that do take care of their skin as far as products are concerned for their face and everything, I utilize a specific sunscreen for that as well. And so when I'm out in the sun, I do apply that before I go out. What I did from Jump Street, brought my own Dawn. This will help with having to wash your coffee mug, or having to wash your hands and you have to share with other people. I have a feeling that when we come back or when we're in week 2 or week 3, people are going to be asking about hand soap. People are going to be asking about hand soap and asking about dish soap and asking about sponges. They're going to be asking for that stuff. And so you'll have it. You're prepared. Also too, what came in handy was my good old Yeti cup. So that came in handy for my coffee as well. You want to bring coffee, but don't forget your coffee mug. And then a sponge, just to wash your dishes or wash whatever it is that you brought, or whatever. You have this handy with you as well. Good old washcloth. Listen, I brought about 7 to 10 of these. Even though I'm going to be doing laundry a lot, I brought 7 to 10 of these. This is essential, and some of y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. And not on no nasty tip, it's just that I wash myself with a washcloth. That's pretty much sums it up. And then Tide pods. So Tide, Gain, whatever, laundry pods. You want to make sure that you have these on handy. So I've had these since last year. And so I have like things specific for AT or specific for drill, because you're in the reserves, you have annual training, or if you even are active and you're trying to move up a level or you need to take some classes, you want to make sure that you have like your own like army section in your house. Technically, you want to make sure that you are prepared and you are packed and ready to go, and the little things that you need to get is like snacks. So snacks or items like this, and even items like this, they should last you a little bit of time too. But like this was like this insect repellent, like I used it for a whole month or like 3 weeks, and I still have some left in here. So but like I said, in my house I have or in our apartment we have a specific area just for my military stuff. So you do want to make sure that you are bringing the green undergarments, so like the green undershirt and the green boxer shorts to go over your OCPs. You want to make sure that you bring those with you. It's so important, because you don't want to, like chafe and all of that down there. And if you don't want to wear that, that's up to you. I wear the boxer shorts underneath my clothes along with the top. So you want to make sure you bring a few of those, several of those. Like I brought about 10 of them, and I will be washing those like once a week or every other week. But we won't be in OCPs we'll be in OCPs for 2 weeks, so 14 days out of the 28 days. So nonetheless, you can bring however many you want, but I prefer to be prepared than underprepared. So I have that. I also make sure that you bring your boots. Don't forget those. Make sure that you bring your combat boots, and make sure that you bring your OCPs. I brought 3 pants, 3 OCP pants, and 3 OCP tops. You want to make sure you bring that. You want to make sure that you bring about 6 name tags, and you want to bring about 6 your ranks. You want to bring some of those, the Velcros, and you want to bring the flag and the U.S. Army. And we'll go over how you should set up your uniform as well, because I know some people may have questions about that. But that's what we'll go over in the uniform video. But yes, you want to make sure that you have all of that. You want to make sure that you have your various products, like for your face and for your soap. You want to make sure that you bring that stuff, especially with us being in quarantine. You had to make sure that you brought that, because you can't leave, and so you'll be here and you can't even go to like other people's and like borrow sugar. Like you can't even go next door and be like, hey, can I borrow something? Like they're not going to let you do that. And so you want to make sure that you're really prepared on this trip. Alongside of that, I brought 2 towels. I should have brought more. I didn't have room, so I did bring 2 towels with me. And like I said, I plan on doing laundry every so often, if they allow that too, right? Another thing that I was warned about. So they sent out a memo like 2 days before leaving, which is crazy, but at least they sent a memo, right? So they sent a memo out 2 days before leaving, letting us know about the hand soap, letting us know about the dish soap, letting us know about laundry pods and dish and the sponges and things like that. So things that should be obvious, they did send that out. So just to let you know, a lot of us are a little clueless about it too. For pajamas, for AT last year, we slept in our PTs just in case anything went down. And I will go over what I mean by that in a later video. I also made sure to bring my satin bonnet. My hair looks a little crazy right now, but that's okay. I brought my satin bonnet, and I did bring 2 pairs of pajamas. So because we are in the barracks, I decided to bring pajamas, but in AT last year, we slept in PTs. And so I made sure to bring that as well. Oh, another tip, you want to make sure that you bring your PTs, your long sleeve, and so long sleeve, short sleeve, your pants, and your jacket as well. You want to bring all of those items because you don't know what weather you're going to be in. And the fleece, you want to bring that as well. And the hat, like a fleece hat, you want to bring that as well. Also, bring gloves. Bring gloves. So for AT, we were setting up tents and hospital tents last year, and so I need to make sure that I brought gloves with me. And so this trip I brought gloves as well because we are going to be doing land nav stuff and shooting rifles and things like that. So you just want to make sure you bring that stuff. They also instructed us to bring sheets. They did say that they have sheets here, but the sheets are a little like dingy, like they look gray. They're supposed to be white, they look gray. So nonetheless, I'm glad that they sent out a memo. So I did bring sheets with me. I brought a flat sheet, a fitted sheet, and a pillow and a pillowcase with me. And I brought a white quilt with me. It's quilty, but it's cold as devil out here at night, especially at night. They have the AC pumping. So I'm glad Jake got me the quilt. It's just a white plain quilt, and let me show you just so that you have reference. This is the pillow that I brought. It's just one pillow. And then here goes the flat sheet that I hate, but I'm happy that I have that now. And then the fitted sheet, and then also this quilt right here. So it's pretty thick. It's not super duper thick, but it's all right. So yeah. So I have a satin bonnet, the jumbo one, because I have braids in. So got that. And then they want you to be in conservative wear for your civvies. And so that means, try and do t-shirts, not off the sleeve. Like I've seen some people with it, or not like pom shots. You don't want to wear booty shorts out here. You want to wear like sweats or, jeans. Just, they're pretty lenient on it right now. Like I went out to go get my water and I was in my little Fucci slides. So you're going to want to make sure that you have like just the civilian clothes that you could wear. Also, while I'm here, I'm doing in the room workouts. So I did a HIIT workout yesterday. I did a couple of those yesterday, and today I'll be doing those again. And yeah, I'll just work out and shower and then wait for our assignments. So that's pretty much it, guys. If you guys have any kind of comments, questions, concerns, or anything that you guys would like to bring up, please let me know. And I'll definitely reach out, or I'll make a video about it. But leave it in the comment section below. I also have one last thing. So this is so important. Having a hydro flask or some type of water canteen with you. So I got this in my kit last year too, but to have this and this with you, amazing. And I'll describe why for AT, why that's so important, but also describing that for DCC as well. So you guys have a wonderful day, and yeah.